It's week 12 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Texans and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage and get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Staying on the ground with Harris. And they had that one contained right at the line. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9. Here's Fields to throw. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Looking to throw Fields. That throw finds Pickens. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. From the gun, they go with Harris. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They run. It's the rookie from UCLA. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Fields out of the gun. He brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Fields. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Harris will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Fields to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. But curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
First down, Stroud. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 5. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Offense to the line for 2nd down. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. He's contained at the line for no gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Stroud. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Fields. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Texans football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And it's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. A pass caught by Tate Dell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Complete to Dell. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
This is complete to Schultz. And that will not be enough for a first down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Rolling left, buying some time. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. 1st and 10 give to Harris. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minute.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs. Here we go.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. That's complete to Wilson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Fields looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we do not get a 3rd field goal of the game as we stay tied at 3-3.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Schultz with the catch. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. Dell with the grab. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And in for the Houston touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And this game has really been a great audition for him, Brock, to show off how well he can do as a runner. I think we could argue that his work there has actually been his early calling card in this one so far. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Harris once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
George Pickens, the intended target. So it'll be 2nd down. Fields out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Steelers first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First down throw for Fields. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. This a 48-yard look for him. Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's a return from the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First and 10 now from the 30. Receiver in motion going left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Pierce. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Stroud. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. On the return, here comes Tank Dell. This return makes it up to the 25. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans take a 4-point lead.
17. Steelers 13.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Steelers calling their first timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Got Washington, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Fields on 1st down. Caught by Freiermuth. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Another throw for Fields. Completed here to Pickens. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. From the red zone now. And this one doesn't go far. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. A pistol snap, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what, you can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.